Hi, this is another video about the public user patch. In this video I want to have a look at the micro of range units more closely. And I will start with Mamelukes because I want to have a look at ranged melee units. So let's micro them away from the halves here. And I'm using stand ground and stop motion. And you can see that they do something weird, where the rear right side of their formation is going to the left. So it's not as bad as before, where the front line would go all the way to the back and the back line all the way to the front. But I'm getting some hits here. I'm getting hit. And I shouldn't get hit, right? Because the Mamelukes are much faster than the Harps. And these aren't Lithuanian Harps, in case you were wondering. These are Huns Harps. Okay, so that was decent, but it should be better, right? I shouldn't get hit at all. Let's try now with some archers. And actually, I want to try the attack move because I didn't have a look at the attack move in my first video. And I've heard that it's broken. So, what's going on here? What? Look at this, the archers are forming a line, but not the kind of line you'd want them to form. And some of them are completely out of the fight. Okay, so I can see why some people told me that stop motion is broken in the PuP. Okay, so now I'm gonna try against fast moving units. And I'm doing the stop motion on stand ground. And they are regrouping weirdly at the back again. That was very, very inconvenient. I don't know why they regrouped into the camels there. And again, oh, you see that turn? That wasn't a very efficient turn. It's still better than before, but I mean, come on. We should get this right. Right? Okay, so the Arbalesters lost, and with no micro from the camels, I would expect the Arbalesters to win here. That is, if the camels do not surround me. So I'm gonna try again with heals this time. Because I have noticed, although maybe I'm just seeing things, but I think I have noticed that heals tend to make them move in a weird way. A way that they wouldn't move in if the map was flat. So first, let's try to make them move around a little bit. And you can see I'm clicking them, and I'm not sure if the heals are causing that, but they were regrouping to the back, although I'm just asking them to move forward. Let's try with Hussars. Okay. Again, stand ground, stop motion. And they're doing it. And you see that? They're doing like pop pop to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. It seems to be even worse with heals. and that is a very awkward turn. In the end, it looks like we're gonna win this, as we should, but I would expect more from a group of arbalesters against hussars which are not microing. So yeah, definitely not perfect. Let's try with CA against Harps. Stop micro. And okay. Okay. And they're reshaping again. Not the old reshaping. Not the awful one, I guess, but still. They sort of do like a little merry-go-round movement where they turn around themselves. Let's try some more movements. Okay, so I guess it's 50-50. Sometimes they move correctly and sometimes they move incorrectly. There is something else I want to show you. Have a look right here. So I'm producing camels and this one should have went... look at this. They're not going... You see the way they are calculating their path? It's not very efficient, right? I want to try with champions as well. Because there are spaces between the barracks, right? The path isn't obstructed. However, you can see how they bump into each other and then the ones with between the barracks sort of bug in there. So that's not perfect either. And look at this one right here. These archers bumped into an archer at the front and now it's going all the way around and yeah. Some of them are doing pretty weird stuff. And now I want to have a look at the click and run motion, where I click a unit and then I run away from it, which I find to be especially useful against high armored units or high HP units like paladins or elephant, units that you might not kill in one shot. So you want to keep attacking the same one that you almost killed, right? And first let's try to separate them into different groups, select them all together and make them move. And you see all the different groups are going in the direction you want them to. So that's pretty neat. I like that. Okay, let's go. So click and back. And you see they are doing the regrouping again. And they're not going always exactly where I tell them to go, this sort of turn around. Okay, that's it. And now I want to show you something interesting. So here I have two groups of units, and when they get closer, the group in the back accelerates, which is a nice feature to have for formation. It used to be like that on Age of Mythology, that the back units would speed up a little bit to catch up with the front group. And you can see once again when I click them away, they sort of regroup. Not sure what's causing that because it seems to be a bit random. Okay, so now we're gonna try aggressive stance as well as stand ground. Okay, let's go with the paladin. So click and back. Click and back, click and back, and they are reshaping again. Let's try in aggressive stance. Aggressive stance seems to be working much better. And let's go back to stand ground and they move weirdly again. And go back to aggressive stance. Yeah, seems like aggressive stance doesn't bug out as much as stand ground. And finally, so you can keep in mind what has been improved and not improved, I want you guys to have a look at the macro on the current patch. And right before I dive into that, let's have a look at something I mentioned earlier with the units calculating their path, and you can see the archers, the way they're taking right now. This is just, yeah. Something that extreme doesn't happen on the PuP. So that's good that it doesn't happen. Okay, let's go to the paladins here. And I'm doing the click and go back. And it's awful the way they're reshaping. And not only that, but they seem to be moving slower. Like they feel sluggish, like they are trapped in honey or goo or something. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. This is really bad. So yeah, although the micro still has some issues, it's definitely improved. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.